Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be looking at a rather crappy bow, which is known as Stormstrike Short Battle Bow. This bow doesn't really have a whole lot going for it, and it almost made my worst unique items in the game list because it just really, again, doesn't have a whole lot going for it. It's also way too high level for the stats that it offers, and as we go over it, I think you'll find that you will agree. So the Stormstrike Short Battle Bow is 9 to 20 damage with a level 25. I feel like is a little low for level 25. It requires 40 dex and 30 strength, which is relatively nothing, and it has a fast class attack speed. It does not, however, have any increased attack speed on it, which it really probably could have used. It does have 25% piercing on it, which does mean that when you fire this bow, your arrows will go through targets. This does stack with the piercing on the Amazon, so if you happen to have like 50% pierce on your Amazon, and then you put this bow on, and that will stack up to 75%. So it does have at least one good mechanic, which is the piercing attack. And at level 30 is when you get access to piercing attack, by the way. So this is 5 levels before you actually have access to pierce. And if you were to use this in combination with something like your Ratha's set, which has, I think it's like 25% pierce, you'd be at 50%, which would be a decent amount. I mean, for a before level 30 piercing attack bow, it's like okay, I guess, for that particular one purpose. But I feel like you'd be better off utilizing maybe like Vidala's set, a Ratha's set. There's also some piercing on a couple other bows, which could be better choices. We have 90% enhanced damage on this, which does vary from 70 to 90, so you can find one in an even crappier condition than the perfect version. We have 28 attack rating on here, which is relatively low for level 25. I feel like they could have bumped that up maybe to like 50 or 60 or maybe even 100, and it still probably wouldn't have been enough, but 28 just really feels like a slap in the face. 1 to 30 lightning damage actually would have been really sweet around like level 10, 15, maybe even around level like 18, 19. But at 25, when you're getting into Act 4 and Act 5 difficulty, it's not really like a lot. 1 to 30 lightning damage is kind of pathetic. This bow could really do with a like scaling lightning damage. Maybe something that was like lightning damage based on character level would help out a lot. We also have plus 8 strength on here, which is kind of an odd bonus for a bow, especially considering bows are dexterity based. I mean, I guess it could help you put on an armor or a helmet or something if you really needed the strength, but it doesn't really seem like a whole lot. We also have 25% lightning resistance on here, which goes along with the theme being lightning damage. So we've got lightning damage, we've got lightning resistance, and you know it's named the Stormstrike, so it's kind of like, you know, like a lightning bolt smashing down, right? The graphic on it is kind of interesting. Like, it has little leaves on it. It kind of reminds me, I swear, of like a bow that I've seen in Warcraft 3. There was like the elves in the elven forest, and I swear they had bows that looked like this, like with the little spikes on them, and they looked like they had leaves kind of like glued onto the outside of the bow. Now you can upgrade this bow to its exceptional and elite forms, because this is a normal difficulty bow, and I'm actually kind of interested to see if it upgrades well to the exceptional tier. I don't think it's going to upgrade good to the elite tier, but it might actually upgrade well to the exceptional tier. So let's take a look, shall we? So you're going to need a Ral rune, a Soul rune, and a Perfect Emerald, and it's going to bring this from 9 to 20, 40 dex, 30 strength, level 25, to 24 to 57 damage, 80 dex, 65 strength, level 30. You know what? That's actually not a terrible upgrade from the 9 to 20 to 24 to 57 with only a 5 level bump. And 80 dex is not really that high, and 65 strength is not really that high. The upgrade on this actually does make it a hell of a lot better than it was before. So if you ever actually want to try and use one of these bows, you might want to upgrade it, because it's way better in the exceptional form than it is in the in the normal difficulty form, in my opinion. Now, of course, we can also upgrade this a second time to the elite tier, and I know it's not going to upgrade well to the elite tier, but we're going to do it anyway. It's 24 to 57 damage, 80 dex, 65 strength, and level 30. And it's going to require a Pull rune, a Lum rune, and a Perfect Emerald. And it's going to go to the Diamond Bow, which is 62 to 76. That's absolutely pathetic. 132 dex, 89 strength, level 66. So very, very bad upgrade to elite tier, which I pretty much assumed. A pretty good upgrade from the normal to the exceptional tier, and honestly, the normal version of the bow is garbage. The normal version of the bow is garbage, and the elite version of the bow is garbage. The only version of the bow that's any good, in my opinion, is the exceptional version of the bow at level 30, with much better damage and the 25% piercing. If you were ever going to use this bow, I would definitely upgrade it at least one time, because it's not even really worth using unless you upgrade it at least one time. Let's see where we could potentially find this over on Silo's Pen real quick, and we'll see what kind of monsters you could farm if you wanted to get your hands on it. So I went ahead and put in about 100% magic find, since we're talking about a level 25 bow. And let's take a look at the bosses first. Ignoring quest flags. We always ignore quest flags. Looks like Diablo in normal at 1 in 220 is your best bet. And that's probably around the level that you would need it to. You usually get to Diablo around level 25. So honestly, that's probably your best bet. Let's take a look at super uniques though, just in case. And normal Neolithak. He's actually really easy to farm. If you guys have never checked out my video on farming Neolithak, I have a video that goes over the probabilities of the three variations of his map, so that you know exactly how to find him every single time. You can literally find him like that. If you follow my video, you literally will find Neolithak like in seconds. It's kind of ridiculous how easy it is to find Neolithak once you know the variations. Let's restrict this to normal difficulty, because you're probably never going to use this outside of normal anyway. And looks like Eldritch can drop it. Doc Farron can drop it. Pindleskin can drop it. Thresh Socket can drop it. I mean, if you're farming Diablo for this, then you can farm all those monsters too. Those are right up there with the same monsters. Shank the Overseer can drop it. A lot of good choices if you wanted to find this. And if you did want to actually use it, I would definitely upgrade it at least one tier. It's really not even worth using in its base form. Anyway, as always, if you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and as always, keep watching.